You went on to pursue a master's of business administration at Walden University. What motivated you to pursue an MBA, and how did it shape your approach to public health?
Having an MBA is interesting in public health because public health professionals in our field in general have certain attitudes around finances and around money that are very unique. And so a lot of times I don't necessarily even mention that I have an MBA. What I found as I was even working through the program, because I did it after I had my PhD, what I found was that it helps support leadership roles. If I'm working as a specialist in grants, if I'm working as a director of research programs, I've got to be able to understand budgets, create budgets, monitor budgets, things that an MBA absolutely help out with. And then I also might be overseeing teams, things that an MBA also helps out with, a lot on leadership styles. And I also have found it particularly valuable in light of running effective programs because you really do some deep dives into how do you craft something efficient and effective, and what levers can you pull to improve the outcomes that you're going for. So there's a lot of thinking around some core areas that are really beneficial to public health. So I like the work. I started, I think my first major that I thought I was going to major in was an MBA at Florida A&M. There was a 5-year MBA program, and the catch was I couldn't do science and business, so I ended up choosing chemistry. So that was the story. But I was actually enrolled in a BS MBA program at Florida A&M. Both of my parents have MBAs as well, and so it was something. It was really a bucket list item for me. I wasn't out, trying to just chase money or doing it for monetary reasons. It is something I had grown up seeing, which I understand is absolutely a blessing as well. And I more so did it for personal development. Like, I did it during the pandemic. I was working, I was a mom, and the opportunity literally landed in my lap. I mean, I couldn't, I was sitting on the floor putting my child to sleep, and I was holding my phone. And I had a very dear friend and colleague who was also adjunct faculty where I was adjunct faculty. And she said, "Hey, they're beta testing the MBA program. Do you want to do it?" I was holding my phone in my lap. I was like, "Yes, let's do it." So I was able to beta test as a faculty member and didn't have to pay for it. So, when opportunities like that present themselves, I believe if they are aligned with yourself and your purpose, which means you have to be clear about what your purpose is, you have to be clear about what your skills and interests are, then you should take them. If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. So I said yes, and then I realized how much work it would be later.
Well, yeah, definitely got to stay ready, and that's amazing. And I'm glad that you're able to pursue that in that unique way. And to that point, I think it is we never know how we're gonna achieve or get to the things that like we have envisioned for ourselves, but knowing what the vision is helps us in laying out the clear path to get there when it like comes in front of you. So that's really really awesome. I,
Yeah.
and I guess like maybe for people in public health who have no MBA background, what are some things that you would maybe tell them to think about more, or maybe a lens that you kind of use with your MBA perspective?
I think engaging in financial trainings are important because it supports us being good stewards of the grant funds we have received, which means that we can receive more grant funds and have a larger impact. And so having those skills in budget creation is absolutely important. And there are free trainings out there. We've got 10 public health training centers. You can go to each one of their websites. And when I say we, I mean the nation. They're funded by HRSA. Um, And you can go to their websites and search for finance or financial. There's also the Public Health Learning Navigator that has a couple out there as well. Search for finance or search for financial. And then I would also say, it's essential, if we're talking business, it's also about connecting people. And so really understanding your own biases and how your biases might relate to how you connect with other people is really important. Or thinking about, how do you want to build a team? Do you have the proper mindset around that? So management trainings, leadership trainings, my nonprofit actually offers one once a year relating to public health management, are essential because people relationships can go south really quickly. Even if there's someone that has done nothing wrong, if there are others that are looking through a faulty lens or a damaged lens or an untrustworthy lens, it can create mayhem in people's lives and then within an organization. So, just really having an awareness around how you relate to others. That's part of the courses that I took in my MBA, leadership style, things of that nature. But just really being thoughtful and intentional about how you craft your teams. Everyone doesn't have to be like you, because then somebody's not necessary. You want to create a team where there's a balance of capabilities, a balance of personalities. Be honest about what are you good at and what are you not good at. For the things that you're not good at, find somebody, hire somebody, contract somebody to do that. It's okay. We're all not good at something. It's about having that awareness and crafting your team accordingly. So, lots of good lessons came out of there, and there's an abundance of free trainings that can at least be a starter for core skills as well.